Plugin Alliance and Brainworx have released yet another limiter plugin, and it's an emulation of the Hum Audio Device's LAAL analog limiter. LAAL stands for Look Ahead Analog Limiter. For an analog limiter, having look ahead is quite unique. For a plugin, it's very common. The look ahead will make a limiter work more transparently and work on even the fastest of transients. This look ahead on the analog device is 0.2 milliseconds. The plugin though has a latency of 120 samples, which is 2.5 milliseconds at 48 kHz. Before we dive into what this limiter offers, I can achieve about 4 decibels of peak reduction on average on this next mix without the limiting impacting the sound too much. The kick gets limited by around 5 decibels or so. In this next mix, it's about the same. If you push more, you get a bit of distortion, but the whole mix gels more as well. The balance between clean and less limiting or having more distortion, a lot more of limiting and the added gelling is something you need to consider. Now you can really push this and use the parallel mix control to blend in the original audio. This is a neat trick to increase density a lot, while keeping some of the transients. But then again, make sure to add another limiter at the end of your master bus to control peaks. The dynamic transient control is the little gem hidden in this plugin. It restores some of the transients you lose due to limiting. Especially for transient heavy material like drums, this is a very welcome addition. Now, before we continue, please make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. This video is sponsored by DistroKid, the best choice for musicians looking to get your music onto streaming platforms like Tidal and Apple Music. It's fast, easy to use and affordable. Plus, with DistroKid you'll keep 100% of the royalties you earn and get unlimited uploads. Use the link in the description of this video to get 7% off of your first year and see why so many artists are using DistroKid to distribute their music. Here is some vocal melody with LAAL.
Testing the water, how do you feel? How can we make it out here? Swim in your ocean, it swallows me. Something is under pulling. And then suddenly you ask how long I'm staying. I don't know if I should go or dive my head in. And then suddenly you take a hold of me. I just hope to God I'm...
As you can hear, LAAL can also work well as limiter on voice. It's good to know you can tuck in some more spiky parts of a vocal with this plugin. Any other processing after, like compressing, will work more relaxed. Now if you push a lot again, distortion happens. This distortion brings out some higher frequency saturation, and in parallel on vocal, this can sound nice.
And then suddenly you ask how long I'm staying. I don't know if I should go or dive my... And then suddenly you ask how long I'm staying. I don't know if I should go or dive my... And then suddenly you...
This plugin is not clean, it adds harmonic and even more when you enable the transformer. This comes with aliasing. If you hear that or not, you have to check. I thought I did at certain points while testing. That's why it's unfortunate there's no oversampling available. You can see that using higher sample rates cleans up some of the aliasing in the audible range. Now I do need to mention one other thing. This plugin is another example that how a device operates in the analog world doesn't have to be copied into a plugin at all. On LAAL, this shows at the input and output gain controls. The main controls are 2 decibels per step, and you have to use trim to adjust between those 2 decibel steps. This makes sense in the analog domain, where the steps are done by switching between different resistors, and the fine-tune could be a separate band part. But this is just an unneeded step in the digital world. You can have steps and hold, for instance, shift to fine-tune if needed. Now overall, in my opinion, LAAL does sound good. And when you have a Plugin Alliance subscription, this will be a nice one to check out. If it adds something really special to the vast number of limiters available is to be questioned, but at least try it out for yourself to see if it fits in your audio toolshed.